Hello, I'm the chocolate lady. Yes, please call me XOXO. And today I am focusing on flying geese, the Chicago flying geese. And this is geared for homeschoolers. But if you are a beginner quilter, I think you will have a really nice time joining me as I'm going to give out a resource that makes flying geese extremely easy. And I'm also going to talk about, ta-da, yes, you're saying that doesn't look like a flying geese. Nope, I did that last week. That is a flying geese nest with chocolate eggs. Yes. Okay, so I want to highlight how we have been talking about squares, rectangles, triangles, okay? And we also talked about strips, okay? Hi. Yes, flying geese. There's so many different variations on the flying geese quilt block, but there's one in particular that is easy, as well as the one I told you about a few weeks ago, homeschoolers. Yes, it was kind of like a little bit of a cheat, and I told you it was cheating, but you would have a flying geese. Well, I have a solution on if you want to have another variation of the flying geese. And it was introduced by a young lady. Her name is Sharon Holland, Hollan, and she was the one who came up with the Chicago flying geese. But today I want to highlight another individual who has a video that I want you to definitely 100% go search out. For myself, I'm not really like a teacher, but I am a wealth of resources. And that's the reason why I want you to look for this lady, okay? I cannot show her video, but I'm going to show you her name. And without a doubt, immediately when you are ready to do the Chicago flying geese, which you're going to love, I guarantee it. This is her name. Miss Wendy. Miss Wendy. Now, note that the video that she presents about Chicago flying geese is a little bit long, but it is in detail, and it is especially informative for homeschoolers and for beginner quilters. Also, some seasoned quilters might find that this block is rather nice, and you can make it as big as the one that she makes is 12.5 inches, okay? Which for some quilters, they consider that large. But if you're trying to whip together a really quick quilt for someone over a few days, then you do want to use a large block. So again, I do want to highlight Miss Wendy, okay? And here is her name. Yes. Yes. And you tell her, oh, Miss Wendy, XOXO told us to come check out your video. Speaking of checking out her video and notifying her that I was the one that suggested it, please make sure that you subscribe and comment. Yes, for me. I really do need for you to subscribe, especially if you're going to join me in the future when I'm talking about quilts and chocolate candies. Look at this. Okay. This nest is a geese nest, a goose nest. And what I did was, hi, today's going to be relatively short because I just really wanted to talk about Miss Wendy. But the candy I made today has sweet coconut. That's what I use for the most of the nest. And chocolate rock candy, which, if you're curious, those are the eggs in the inside. See them? Right there, they're kind of white. Yeah, those are supposed to be goose eggs, okay? Those are chocolate rocks. Go on the internet and see how they look, okay? Because I like to use them quite a bit. And also, there's caramel, okay? Because I like to use caramel. And I love to use a recipe that the Amish people use. Well, this one particular Amish person uses when they make caramel. Okay. And I did highlight before that the Amish oftentimes use black in their quilts. Okay. And then, so I had chocolate, caramel, coconut, and the chocolate rocks to make the nest. And, you know I do. I have a very short video for you. And I want you to pay attention because the video is extremely short. It's flying geese. And you might kind of hone in on the lady's arm as she's reaching up towards the birds. But I want you to look out over the water so you can see the formation of the geese. Okay, hold on for a second. I'll be right there. I hope you enjoyed that little clip. Sometimes when you're making a quilt and you're using a block, especially like something like flying geese, homeschoolers, I know you're thinking, what is all this flying geese about? Well, I just wanted to show you that and give you a little bit of a feel for the flying geese. And of course, I like to make chocolate candy, so I made a little chocolate nest for you. Okay, now another thing I want to highlight, 1 second, please. 1 second. Okay, the other thing I want to highlight is that last week, I'm almost certain in the video for you homeschoolers, we were talking about charms, and I had a charm pack, some scraps. You know, I had some scraps, and I said, oh, I didn't put those scraps together, but you could still have them. And it was these. Okay. Well, I did some looking around, and I found some more squares that I'm going to add to the giveaway to someone that needs some charms. Look at the new colors. So if you mix these colors, okay, with these colors, yes, look what you get. You get a variety of scraps. Yes, yes, to make your first QUILT. Now, I don't think I said I was going to give you a jelly roll. I have to go back and check. I think I just said I would just give you some 5-inch squares. Okay, so those are set aside. Hi. Those are set aside, and have your parent contact me in the comments that you have been like really a good, decent homeschooler, and that you need these 5-inch squares, and I will send them to you. And then in the event that you're not a homeschooler and that you need the 5-inch squares, then let me know. And if not, just know that I have my regular fabric boxes for sale. Okay, so today was going to be a very short day. I just wanted to solve a problem for you about flying geese. And I wanted to highlight the Chicago Flying Geese quilt block, and that Miss Wendy. Now keep in mind, I don't know Miss Wendy, okay? But what I like about her is that she's a little bit messy, like a piece of chocolate. She goes very slowly with her instructions on how to put together the Chicago Flying Geese. And with that knowledge, and with me wanting you to come to visit with me on Quilts and Chocolates, and to know that each time that we're laughing and having a good time, I have a nugget of information for you. Is that a such thing? A nugget of informational? That sounds like that is a big, gigantic mess. Okay, sometimes it happens. Sometimes our words get mumble jumbo, and when they do, we just think about making a crazy quilt or or eating chocolates. Okay, homeschoolers. Before I go, I do want to make a note that when you watch Miss Wendy's video, again, I don't know her, okay? And when I talk about other quilters, and I suggest that you go to their site and go visit their videos, I don't know them, okay? I just do it because I think they have a valuable piece of information to share with you. Okay, I want to highlight a couple of things. She talks about primary fabric, okay? And I do want you to understand that that's the fabric that you're going to use the most of. And then there's your secondary fabric and your background fabric. So when you're watching her videos, keep in mind when she talks about those particular type of fabrics, which I mentioned to you before, that oftentimes when you're doing half square triangles or when you're doing the log cabin, you have to have a dominant color and a more quiet color, a strong dark and a strong light. Okay. And then also she did mention, I got notes because I'm trying to be organized instead of being so messy like my chocolates. So I made some notes today. And also, when you watch the video, she has the square. It's a 5-inch square. It's kind of green. And if you decide to do the Chicago Flying Geese block, make sure that when you pick out your focus block, no, I don't want to say that. When you pick out your focus square, pick out something that is spectacular, okay? Because that's where your eye is going to first go to. Okay, and that's it for today. And I'm XOXO, yes, the chocolate lady, making quilts, making chocolates, having a good time. And do keep in mind that on Mondays are for homeschoolers, Wednesdays are for women that quilt, Friday for men that quilt, and Sundays, I like to reserve that day for history of quilting, burial quilts, memorial quilts, and like that. I hope you had a good time today. XOXO, and I know I always try my chocolates, but I don't want to disturb the eggs. See the eggs? I don't want to disturb the eggs because this is a joke for your parents. Tell your parents XOXO has a joke because eggs are so expensive. So I'm not gonna crack these eggs open and eat them. I'm gonna save them. Bye. I'll see you another day. And don't forget. Oh, don't you dare forget. Subscribe. Leave a comment. And blow me some kisses, okay? I'm XOXO. Bye.